this video, we're going to be looking at finding the zeros of the function. So for both of these, I want to find the zeros. Now, when it says this is just another fancy way of saying to find the solutions. So what that means is I'm just going to take this function and set it equal to 0. And then find my answers, just like what we did in the previous videos. So looking at this, I have negative 2x to the fourth plus 16x squared minus 32 is equal to 0. First looking, I see I do have a GCF of negative 2. I'm going to take out a negative 2 because I don't want that first term to be negative. So I'm just going to go ahead and divide everything by negative 2. And I get x to the fourth minus 8x squared plus 16 is equal to 0. And now I see that I can rewrite this in quadratic form because I have x to the fourth, x squared, and then no x term. So I can rewrite this as x squared squared minus 8x squared plus 16 is equal to 0. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to 16 and add to equal negative 8. And I see my two numbers are going to be negative 4 and negative 4. And so I get x squared minus 4 times x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. Again, here I could go ahead and factor that again, but you could just go ahead and go straight to solving. That's what I'm going to do. So I have really the same thing here, so I'm actually only solving one equation. X squared minus 4 is equal to 0. So I can add 4 to both sides, and then take the square root of both sides, and I get that x is equal to plus or minus 2. Okay, let's look at one more. So I have f of x is equal to x cubed plus x squared minus 6x, and I want to find the zeros of the function. So that means I'm actually setting this equal to 0, so I have x cubed plus x squared minus 6x is equal to 0. Looking at this, I see each term shares an x, so I'm going to factor that out to get x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Important thing here, in the first one, we were able to divide everything by negative 2, and that negative 2 just kind of went away. We can't do that with this x, though, because it's a variable, and if we were to divide everything by x, we would lose that solution of x equals 0. So make sure with variable, you factor it out and put it out in the front. Okay, so now I have a quadratic in these parentheses, and so I can go ahead and factor that. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 6 and add to equal 1. And I see that those two numbers are going to be negative 2 and 3. So that leaves me with x times x minus 2 times x plus 3 is equal to 0. And now since I have multiple things multiplying together equals 0, that means I can set each of those factors equal to 0 and solve. And so I get x equals 0, I have x equals 2, and x equals negative 3. That's my three answers.